4 clients, $5,500 in setup fees your first 30 days. If you do not have the right checklist, the right people around you, something you can figure out in 15 minutes, you can spend a whole week trying to figure that out.
Welcome everyone to today's absolutely fantastic video. Today we have Imran, who has been inside our Legion Incubator program, and he has had some absolutely fantastic results this month. Imran, thank you for being here. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing super awesome. Thank you for having me.
What kind of a business you run? How long you've been running it?
I run a cold email lead generation marketing agency where we basically help marketing agencies and other B2B companies book appointments using cold email strategies. And I've been doing this for a couple months now.
How long ago was it that you launched your first cold email campaigns for your agency?
I started it like a week before Christmas, then I had to turn it off. It was like kind of testing. Got a couple appointments, got a lot of follow-ups for post-Christmas and post-New Year. But immediately after Christmas, even before New Year, I turned everything back on and kept ramping.
What were you doing before you got into the agency business and the lead generation agency industry?
Before I got into the lead generation agency, I was actually an engineering graduate. Worked for 2 years back home before moving to Canada. Studying robotics, I started getting into door-to-door sales. And after school, I just decided to go full-time sales.
I think door-to-door sales is the university of sales.
School of hard knocks, they call it.
You were doing sales and then you decided to join the Legion Incubator and also get into the lead generation game. What got you into doing that?
I've always wanted to create this life for myself where I had total time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom. So I've dabbled in a lot of opportunities, and some of them mostly they have 2 out of these 3 factors. Some they might have just time freedom, location, but not, It's always just missing one thing. But when I started following you, learned about your story, I went to military school for elementary, so I kind of relate with the military background. When I learned about the Legion Incubator, I was like, man, this is the opportunity to be a little bit closer to Levi, learn how he's thinking, and figure out how he is achieving these 3 areas of freedom. That's how I got started.
That's perfect. And now, 5 weeks after running your campaigns, what kind of results have you achieved in terms of clients and revenue, and just how is it feeling to run the business?
Since New Year till today, 31st January, 9:15 a.m. We have 4 clients, $5,500 in setup fees, about 3 more appointments to go for this week.
How has that affected your life, seeing that this stuff actually works and having like this kind of a month to start off 2024 with?
Goals I thought I had is super huge. Now I see them happening way faster, and I've actually gone out to set super bigger goals. Another good thing is because of the progress I'm experiencing, my very close friends have actually joined me in business.
That is beautiful. Yeah, building with friends, it takes the business to another level. One thing that I'm always really interested about is, what do you think the impact of Incubator has been for you? If you just started doing it alone, how do you think it would have gone compared to just doing it with us?
If you go about trying to do this alone, the time you're spending trying to figure things out yourself, something as little as the DNS, DMAR, just trying to figure that out. If you do not have the right checklist, the right people around you, something you can figure out in 15 minutes, you can spend a whole week. With the whole incubator, the key thing about it is, 1, the access to the coaches. Every single week you have 4 or 5 calls, and within the course itself is the way you have actually built it out. It's built out in a way whereby you learn and you check off stuff. So with the checklist, the moment I check off something, it gives me permission never to look back at it again.
That's also a really good lesson for everyone. Even if you don't have a checklist like that, just create a checklist for whatever you're doing and just check it off tick box by box. Do you remember where you first heard about us and what really got your interest when you saw our stuff for the first time?
I remember the first time it was your long ass 7-step VSL. I started following you, I started watching your stuff. And the moment you dropped the Legion Incubator V1, I scooped it. I remember texting you like, yeah, we're waiting, I'm coming in.
That was a hardcore. I remember that I spent like 100 hours writing it 1.5 years ago. Super glad it did good. After being a few months inside the incubator, how likely are you recommend working with us?
If you're not where you want to be, I promise you this is the best thing you can actually do. Just do it, because 30 days from now, either still be thinking about joining the Legion Incubator, or it could be like me. I've closed 3 clients, probably at 5K revenue your first 30 days. Do you want to 30 days from now keep thinking about it, or 30 days from now you've checked off at least the first 4 weeks of the course, probably launched your campaigns, booked a couple meetings, probably closed 1 or 2 deals. So the choice is up to you. I'll tell you to go with the option. You get to make money in the next 30 days.
I think how you work and how you build the agency, it's a really organized, systematic, like disciplined way. Stuff is working first real month, doing over 5K in revenue. If someone has a lot of issues, they're like messy and they're all over the place and they're not organized at all, how do you approach building the business like this? What do you think about when you're checking off these checkboxes and just systematically building the agency up and up and up, like consistently every single day? Do you have any mental models for it? How could someone do the same thing that you do?
I have an engineering background. I started mechanical engineering school at the age of 15, graduated at the age of 19. Built a car at the age of 18, 19. Went to automation school, went to robotics. So I have this huge extensive background in very technical robotic stuff. When I'm setting something up, I always ask myself, what's the easiest way for me to set this thing up so that tomorrow when I'm coming back to it, to take me less than 2 to 3 clicks to get there. That's literally my mental model. We're not just talking about stuff like you always give us productivity hacks. You said bookmark this stuff on your homepage, and that just made everything organized, systemized. So it helped me keep everything. But yeah, that's my idea. That's my mental 2 to 3 clicks to get there. If it takes more than that, then it's too complex.
Damn, that is actually fire. I have to start thinking about that in my own life. I for sure need to sometimes click more than 3 times to get to something. That is actually super fire. Amazing. Imran, thank you so much for being here. I hope anyone watching actually got some value from this. Remember to optimize your workflows, and thank you, man.
You're very much welcome, man.